sits flat. And a quick reminder is just throw that left hand, that bottom hand elbow up. It'll get that handle level. That because you don't want to stand on a board that's not only facing up or down, that it's cocks left or right.
Absolutely. All right, here we go. Next heat, we got Hunter Ladotti on position 1. We got Gabe Oakley on position 4.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here we go. Ooh, the axe stuck right in there. Real deep hit right off the bat there for Oakley. Get into that tree quick.
Hunter put 4 in. I heard someone go, yikes, in the back.
To do it all the time. So literally, he'd be like,
yeah, he went back through. Oh, that was a lot of fibers to get pulled out of the back of that pocket.
The shape of the clip, as we were just looking at earlier, is the same shape as the heel of the axe. And I always like when an athlete throws that heel in, pries the chip out, and it creates just a perfect pattern for that clip to fit in. I've never agreed with throwing the whole face of the axe in. The clip's only 3.5 inches wide. Why are you using 7 inches of blade to create the pocket?
Oops.
But we got a good board now. But you see, as these boards cut, they tend to sag a bit. You're driving off the back leg. When you start leaning on that front leg, you become an arm chopper, Dave. We know what that feels like. Your arms just go to jello.
Yeah, and it takes an extraordinary amount of energy to finish a chop when you're just using your arms. You were talking about it yesterday in being in wood chopping shape. It is a different shape than anything else out there. Look at Ladotti though, onto the back side already. He's hammering. He's got that good offhanded swing. Keeping the angle, following it across. Oakley looking confident on this board down here on position 4. And dude, this dude is an ox. He is absolutely rattling that tree with every hit.
Right, there used to be a rule that you had to take an up hit. No longer they say you have to draw a chip. You can take a down hit up, a down hit down, and there you go for Ladotti. But again, rushing that bottom pocket. It's just snake bites the competitors too early in the show.
Oh, they're doing great.
But you know, they still have 4 events to make up those steel points. But it's difficult to dig yourself out of these holes when you have a bad springboard. And why not make the most difficult event the first event of the day?
Absolutely. Look at Oakley. He is really impressing me up here right now, Dave. He's sticking to the plan. He's keeping his technique.
Nice, Gabe.
He's chasing that wood in. Dude's doing all the right things here at this young age.
If he made that pocket again, I'd like to see him come down a little lower on the tree. He's way up too high on that block. See how he's looking over his right shoulder? You want to keep that torso vertical. As soon as you bend over, you're losing power. All you want to do is measure down. Measure down about 2 more inches.
I'm going to put some respect on the beard down here on stand 4. Kieran Ballard coming out of Paul Smith's. Looks like he's coming out of Paul Smith's down here. I'm loving it.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here we go. Getting into the 1 board here. Oh, that is a super narrow hole down here. You just had to open it up. Kieran Ballard spraying them in there like a 50 cal right now down here.
Watching Zach Pack down there. He's got a melon of a block. I've just been begging for him to get up on that board. His block looks like a head log, and it ought to be a beauty if that board supports him. And heading south.
Oh, heartbreak city for Pack. He was looking forward to letting the dogs out up top and getting after this block. That dude is so strong. Yeah, so strong.
I've seen Zach compete before. Incredibly strong athlete, but the strength just means nothing when it comes down to the accuracy of making these pockets, and it is a science. The best springboard choppers, they start at five years old. Some of these Aussie springboard choppers, Dave, as you said, they go up, sit up and down 6 times. You see them, they start when they're 5.
Yeah, incredible, absolutely incredible. Pack a little nervous there. He's going to come down again.
That's a good choice. Plenty of tournaments left. It's early in the year. It's only March. Just learn from today. If you can get a few points, remember stock saw coming up. Plenty of room, plenty of time to grab these points back. Check your equipment. I was watching Zach put in those bottom pockets. The blade was sticking, Dave. Now maybe he's putting the heel and the toe in and hanging the axe. Maybe it's sticking. He wants to get in the axe box, get a thicker blade out.
Well, I like the mentality of Zach there. He's like, all right, if I didn't put it in right, I'm going to put it in deep now. So he is all the way to the pith of that tree. He's got comfort, that ability now to just stand back and just let the axe eat. He's going to have to start really annihilating some wood, though.
Right.
He's going to get a time in here under 2 minutes and 30
And
seconds.
Zach's one of our few athletes that has that back foot all the way to the back of the board. You watch a lot of the top choppers. They hop up, they look at the back of the board. Right, let's throw our foot back there, drive off the back leg. Not going to win this heat, but great cutting for Zach Pack. But how about our man right here?
Yeah, Kieran Ballard putting in a time. I thought we'd see a little bit more of emotion being pumped up to finish it. I think he's tired already. He's like, man, that was a lot of work here.
Well, I like how he had the
event.
ability to, you said he opened narrow, Dave, but he was able to fix that pocket.
Oh,
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
all right, one board springboard event. Here we go.
Okay, we call it the one board. Now that block is facing the competitors right in front of them. They have to fight the urge to rush these pockets. This is what I want to say. You see the worst pockets made on these one board trees because they just see the block. Now we've got 2 good boards here. Trouble on 2 and 4. I love the board on number 1 and 3. It's a dogfight. Look at 3.
Yeah, Danny is just so strong. Villeneuve slabbed out the tree there. He's going to try to peel the slab away now, and he's going to go deep. He's going to have to now go in to the center of that tree.
This is an awfully fast time. I remember the record being broke by, who's our big guy? Kittle broke the record back in the collegiate series, and that's a phenomenal cut. Look at the accuracy. That's just a great cut all around. Whether it's a 1 board or a 2 board, Dave, look at the accuracy, the upcuts, the down slicing in the back coming well above that scarf. Using just this technique developed by a man from Nevada, Mark Etcheberry, said we don't always need an upcut, let's just slice it off. And there's a future pro right there.
Yeah,
that is Daniel Miner.
Dude, absolute
Remember
animal.
remember that name right there.
Yeah, he swept all these events here last year, Dave. Dude is a monster. Villeneuve trying to dial it in. Had a little, and this is where these athletes got to really focus, Dave. You have a little bit of a problem in this event right off the bat. You got to get that head back on your shoulders and just get a time here because there's a lot of points they're fighting for these overall prizes today.
When we watch the 2 board trees, the athletes, they hit hard, they hit more accurate. When it's a 1 board, complacency just becomes, it just tends to go through the crowd. It tends to become infectious. And they tend to rush these bottom pockets, and there's no need to. You're on that board for too long. Spend about 2 or 3 extra seconds and lay into those pockets. And anyone coming up in the next few heats, they should learn from what we just saw on 2 and 4. I'm sorry, on 2 and 3 and 4. 2 and 4.
Probst is having all the problems down there right now. Thankfully, he's able to get the block off before the time limit there. But that block was wobbling up there. Did not have it secured well enough at the top of that tree. Villeneuve now going to the back. You got him. If Ethan's going to get points, oh man.
We're chasing 48 seconds of Daniel Miner.
All right, in this heat 2, Tyler St. Hilaire on position 1. Aiden Aaron's on position 2. Gabriel Brandt on position 3. Caleb Steves on position 4.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here we go. Chasing Danny Miner's time of 48 seconds. I think this guy on position 3, Dave, could do it here.
Well, I like what they're doing here. They're taking their time. They're not rushing. The man in the blue right here, that is Gabriel Brandt. And he's got a beauty, Dave.
Absolutely. Look at that swing, too. Absolutely attacking that log on position 3.
Yup, open up nice, keeping the nose. See the down hits, keeping the nose up, allowing that firewood to stay open. If it pinches, comes to a V, he's not going to be able to travel. Remember, they want to reach way around that far side for some of the athletes that aren't as strong on their back hands. But she's only a few hits away to go to the backside. Closing in on the 48-second mark. It'll be tight.
And here we go. Caleb Steves now getting ready to make the climb down here on position 4. Good board for Steves. Gabe heading to the backside now. Don't think it's going to be good enough.
Yeah, he's coming a little too high in the backside. He's cutting too far in the distance there. Let's get a little closer. You can see how far he has to travel, but got it off. I think if he had just come a little bit lower, it may have saved him a hit.
Yeah, and what I saw there for Brandt in that chop is he got off schedule in the front. He really was following his hit pattern, his rotation. Everything was going to plan until he had a glance off a chip in his near wood. And then he had another glance, and it got kind of in his head a little bit, and I think that's where we really start to see him melt down a little bit on the inside of that log. Still, very impressive time, but man, what could have been had that first chip not made that axe glance?
Now, the opportunity to learn is right now for Gabriel Brandt. Like, he's done. He has the opportunity to look at that pocket, hyper-analyze the pocket, look at the hits. That board did sag. There you go. Now this is the learning process right here. The athletes that stomp off the stage, I never have understood that. Yeah, if you're making a mistake, the evidence to fix it is right in front of you. So you can just see what happened in that pocket, what could have set the board a little higher. Did the clip make it to the back of the pocket?
You can tell that Tyler St. Hilaire trains in the mountains of Maine because he's got to be always chopping uphill on a mountain up there, because I don't think I've ever seen one of his boards on the level. He's down there trying to get this thing to come off now on position one. There's the whistle. Steve's at the buzzer.
As long as it takes to make a proper pocket. There's no need climbing early.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here we go. I just was looking down here at Logan Krause's tree. No lines for where to hit for that springboard pocket. That's just like, all right, we're just going to give it the old college try and send it.
You know, most of it comes down to stance. I see Krause here all the way down on 3. I'd say he's too close to the block. If you're too close to the pole, you tend to creep around. You want to be able to step back and see the business right in front of you, Dave. Plus, it allows the body to lengthen the swing out, get a stronger swing. If you're too close up, you can't see into the pocket, and it creates an abbreviated swing.
He's so funny. He gave me a big old.
All right, Krause up on his board.
He's like, you're beautiful. I love you.
And he's going. It's creaking a lot over here. Man, he is so powerful.
Something's creaking a little bit, but...
All right, yeah.
Go for it, Anthony Dyer. It's coming down.
There is some downhill chopping going to be happening there on position 2. Anthony Dyer.
There's the other extreme, Dave, on 2.
That looks like a classic Mike Sullivan board there, doesn't it?
Some athletes
like a Brian
actually
board.
like
I literally,
having
Brian
that
doesn't
back
chop on
put up.
boards like that
To me,
all
it
the
sets
time.
me again
He still
too
does some
high
occasionally.
above the cutting
Well, and
zone.
I'm sure he'd
where you
rather
just
that
can't
than
see.
those.
And you
Okay,
have to
I think
lean way
anyone
over, and
would rather.
it's super uncomfortable. I'd actually rather have my board just perfectly level, if not down a little bit. But
He's shaking in his boots.
every athlete, like someone once told Matt Koger, know your body's mechanics. Be familiar with your body's mechanics.
And it's admirable
Understand
to
where
find
the
a
best
bad
board set is for your
athlete.
technique.
All right, there's the turn for Krause there.
These blocks for some reason aren't sticking.
He's got that near wood broke, working his way across.
Who's got the Marvin Gaye queued up?
What a cut for Krause!
ESF representative. Great cut.
Gray dog.
Dyer hammering away there. He's got to pick up the pace. He's going to stay inside this time limit.
It looks like that block down on 1 has not been fastened properly. They allow you 8 screws to fasten these blocks down, but if they're not set right, and you hit too hard, that block can come loose.
Yeah, Dent can punch
Dangerous
there.
situation.
Switching the feet over. You can tell he's nervous there. Creeping up to that clip in the tree. Oh, that's heartbreaking.
That's what you want to do. They're going to respect you and give you that time
Too
and
soon
trim
for
it
the
up.
button.
16 seconds, warm them up.
All right, here we go. Saw it started up. You saw Zach Pack there have to reef on that saw. A lot of compression in these 661 motors. 90 cc's of awesomeness. Here we go.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
That was trouble there for Zach. Oh, cut out. Look at Gabriel Brandt, though.
Beautiful. Gabriel, you got this. Beautiful. I can't wait for the time. Keep an eye on Hunter down here, rocking the Pumas on stand 2. This guy's great. He's good. He's used to the big stage.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Great job by the body there. Grabbing that saw, was walking towards his feet. What a transition, Dave.
Great little pause. Great cut for Hunter. Wondering what is going on. They're wearing sneakers. Chainmail sock covers the top at the bottom of the foot, wraps the whole foot. It continues about 18 inches, basically covers the entire shin as well.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Big logs, Dave. Big white pine logs today.
Yeah, 12-inch logs out here these athletes are cutting through here in this underhand. You don't see them this large typically in the collegiate ranks when you're heading around to all the lolocal college shows these athletes are going to.
We were cutting square wood when I started, Dave, 8x8s. And this is everybody in college, my generation, like, yeah, we love those. This is a different animal. And it's deceiving, Dave. You look at the top of the log, you say, oh, I'm halfway. You're not. The bottom of the log, those bottom fibers always haunt you. That's why they do a call 1 and 1, a drive and a chip on the bottom, and then they turn around. And look at the man on stand number 1. Beautiful accuracy, power, release of the axe. That $600 blade just bearing into this white pine log.
Yeah, I'm liking the technique we're seeing here from Anthony Dyer down there on position 1. He's taking his time lining up his hits and delivering.
Yep, right down the center of his body. I like it, not rushing it, and controlled power.
Yep, and takes the heat.
Sometimes just backing off, Dave, hitting a little slower, more powerful. You end up with a more accurate cut.
See, and I was built for comfort, not speed. This was my race speed throughout my entire career in the underhand. So these guys would be right on pace with anything I ever competed with. So they're already in a good place.
Wait, listen to the axe popping down here in stand number 3. That axe is working. When it goes in, and there it is, popping those fibers. Put that axe away. That thing is cutting.
Denkenberger breaking the block.
No, step back! Step back! Step back!
We're just asking the athletes to step back. We've got cameras rolling. Make sure we get a proper time. And the athlete's still chopping.
Yeah, Massimo going for the drives here. Trying to break this log. One more should do it.
One more.
There it is. Give him a big round. All right, so here we go. Get these saws warmed up. Kieran Ballard on position 1. Massimo Malorni on position 2.
Hands on the wood.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Here we go. Athletes now getting into their first cuts.
Beautiful cut on one, Dave. Oh, and another cutout. The far side on one. They keep blowing that out. Massimo's looking good. A very thick disc on that second.
Aiden Ahern, 36.997, your new leader.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, so that just pushed back Brandt. Brandt was sitting 3rd overall. That's going to hurt him here. We got our top 2 overall athletes are in this heat, Littlefield and Minor.
Wow, 3 of them turned at the same time. Drag race here to the finish on the backside of this log. Look at Littlefield fly!
Look at Minor, though. Wow. 1, 2, Minor's going to have to get this log off. He's going to have to get that off. It's still together. So unofficially, Littlefield, that will propel him into number 1 place overall. Unofficially, want to make sure it's a legal cut. We still have an active athlete out there. That is shaking up these steel points. and his blade just broke. You heard it break down here on stand 4, hitting straight in. Look at the scrape marks, and he's got a quarter-sized chunk just blew out.
Absolutely. You see, Tyler Sinalair on position 1, Caleb Steves on position 2.
Hands on the wood.
She's moving.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, a bit of a bobble down there on position 1 for Sinalair. Chasing that handle around. Making up for it though, nice and even, coming up to the top.
The closest heat of the day. A straight, safe cut. I'd like to see as much saw as possible hanging out there. That way, on that first pull stroke, it maximizes
Stand
the pull.
to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
There we go. Athletes getting into these logs now. Nice and smooth up the start. Oh, there's that rocking technique. Never good to see there on position 3, Dave.
Now I'm looking at number 2 right here, Anthony Dyer. Pretty good technique, hitting the far wood, just dragging the teeth, and the rakers on that near one. Looks like he's binding down there on stand number 1. Why? Feeding it in crooked, and as soon as the saw gets on a crooked trajectory, it will bind right up. Gonna be close between 1 and 2. Half a stroke.
Yeah, and they're looking like they're trying to adjust the straps down there or something. That log was moving. Oh yeah, that log is moving all around for Massimo.
So we'll see if they let him take his second cut. Now in the future, it is typically the athlete's responsibility to
Hands on the wood.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
final heat of the stock saw 10-4-4, the time to beat. If anyone could do it, it could be Meyer perhaps on stand number 1 though. This could be the winning time. No, on 1.
15 seconds. Warm them up. Hands on the wood.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, and missed the log on the down cut. Jordy did on position 2. He's trying to make up ground now.
Christian, oh, but a cutout on 1.
Oh,
I think, yeah,
yep,
cut
now
out on
he's
the
gonna have to go
far
back for
side.
another one. I said it'd be a cookie factory. I wasn't kidding. Steve's position 3,
Stand
Branch.
to
Here we
your
go.
timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Ladati start down there. I love that too. Great pull the hole saw through. Look at the noodles coming out of Ladati, but he's not going to keep up with the speed though down here on 3 days. That's awesome on 3. Look at the man in the blue.
Yeah, but his feet are sliding out on him.
Awesome cut.
Wow.
There's not much he can do on asphalt with the feet on wet wood chips. Great technique. I think he's all right. Yeah, I think that's the last tooth. He wasn't using it anyway. So.
It'll buff out. All right, hands on the hood. Here we go.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
16 inches of white pilot struggle on 2. Look at 1.
Look at that cut down there for Oakley. Flying through. Man, he's going to be pumped about that.
Hit the world record that was set by Lauren Berkman in that standing block. I was so excited for her.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, we got Gabriel Oakley on 1, Ladati on 2, Kraus on 3. Kraus so strong, had a great one-board event earlier. Now he's got the feet on the ground. Gonna make quick time in front of this log.
It just opened a little too wide there. Gabriel down on 1, opened up way too wide of a chip. So he's gonna either bail out or just stay in that. Kind of massive front end, but tough to lift a chip that's 16 inches.
Oh, this is gonna be trouble here. On position 3. Logan really coming low on that line. He's going to start driving stump here if he doesn't flatten out a little bit. Ladati has got a big face in his log. Going to drive nice and easy. Going for the drives. There it is. Hunter Ladati will take the heat.
And great recovery after a tough underhand chop for Ladati, Dave.
Wow, the power there with authority. Kraus takes it off.
Gabe's got a nice swing down there. Just open up. You can see the hits.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here we go. Athletes getting in. Look at those first opening blows there by Steves. I'm liking what we're seeing out of that log here on position 3, Dave.
Yeah, and a beautiful cut going on stand number 1. That axe is working. Got a chip hanging right there. He's got to reach over farther. Hit those far logs. Hang some steel. That nose traveling around. Remember, those far fibers will be your near fibers on the turn. He's boring it right in. Looks like that axe is scratching. Boy, Dave, down to 3 here.
It is scratching, but man, the log is soft. He is absolutely crushing this thing. Villeneuve just went with the unconventional 4 up drivers down there on position number 1. He's on the back side. Caleb Steves will take the heat. There it is for Villeneuve. We'll stick with Luke Myers here on position 2.
Yep. Despite the edge getting blown off that axe, a great cut. On 3. Think of that 31 seconds of Zach Pack is going to hold with 2 heats remaining.
There it is. Give on position 3. Here we go.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Wow, so powerful. He knocked himself off the block down here on position 3. St. Hilaire.
I do like that, though, keeping the heels back.
Yeah, Tyler!
Sometimes if you're chopping on your toes, leaning over the block, you're losing that power. You want to sit down, sit into the hip, get the heels, make as much contact with the top of the block, get your full foot. Lawrence O'Toole, the best chopper from Australia we've seen, he just says push straight down. If your feet flat on the block, stay off the toes.
Kieran Ballard, slight advantage right now on position 2, but he's slowing down. Looks like St. Hilaire is just getting faster down here on position 3.
That is not a great log, Dave. Look at the red in it, the red compression wood. But he's got the top done. Once he breaks that top, he's going to go bottom middle. Where is it holding? Be careful. Legal. So he had both feet on the log for that final blow, making a legal. If he had a foot on the ground, Dave, that would be an illegal, unsafe cut.
Absolutely. All right, Kieran Ballard still working away. There it is, Zach Pack finishing things up on position 1. And we'll stick with Ballard.
Someday he'll have someone.
One more.
A couple years.
One more hit for Ballard should do it. There it is. Give him a...
Hands on the wood.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here we go. Great catch by Owen Post. Almost drop started that saw. It set it down, correctly started it with 3 points of contact.
It on 1.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
They were chasing 43 seconds. Ladati, if he has the right axe, if he has the log, if he has the accuracy, the power to back it up, he can break that, take that 43 down, but he is in a tough heat.
Look at Ladati making the turn.
Turning
With
just
Steves.
under. Tough log. Look how tight the back of that log is on Ladati.
Oh man, Steve's log kind of getting off position there in the stand. He's going to try to bump it back down. It's not sitting tight right now. That cost him a lot of time.
Hunter's driving already. He's got the top, the middle. Oh, look at that on 2. Everybody step back. Wow, what an upset. Ladotti turning early, bailed out of the bottom early and the front side, and it's just haunting him in the back.
What a cut by Aiden Aarons there on position
Great
2.
cut. I don't know who he is, Dave, but remember that name.
Aiden Aarons, graduate of SUNY ESF. He's been competing up in Alaska.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here we go.
15 seconds, Zach Pack, Dave.
Yeah, that was a smooth start down here from Oakley. And he is hammering down here. Pack's time could be in jeopardy, Dave.
I like it, throwing himself at that log, just looking right where the teeth are entering the log.
Ooh.
Slight hang there.
Keep it smooth, Dave.
A little army. But
Luke Myers will take the heat. Followed by Oakley. Oh, that Smallwood on position 3.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here we go. St. Hilaire getting into the standing block down here. Man, this guy is crazy, Dave. Big glancing blow there. And now getting into the meat of this log.
I was talking to Ben Carlson yesterday about technique changes. He said, I've been dumping the axe over, basically letting the head come around too early. And you're seeing that here down on 3, just letting the head come around a little early, sort of hitting a flat hit as opposed to holding it, pulling the handle, releasing the blade, and getting more of a slice.
Yeah, Dyer, I think he's got an arm cramp or something going on there. Just walked away. He's saying, nope, we am not going to continue on this one.
Yeah, great choice. Not worth it.
We got Massimo still hammering away down there on position 1.
I don't know.
St. Hilaire trying to go for those driving blows. He broke the near, working his way across to the far. There it is. St. Hilaire will take the first heat. Maloney still working his way through. You can see that axe not coming from quite the right place there, Dave, down there for Massimo. Right off his shoulder. Definitely not probably achieving that angle. It'd be optimal there to get to the middle there with that 45-degree angle.
Yeah, and he's doing a lot of walking around out there. Again, you want the feet anchored to the ground. Keep that front foot down. Yeah, you can move a little bit for your near hit and your far hit, but you really want to try to stay as anchored as possible and let that hit come off of your legs. But your feet are moving around, it ends up being more of an arm chop.
And I know for the rookies here, the standing block is one of those events, especially in the college ranks. It's not one of the first ones that you learn.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, the trouble on the 1.
Oh, the set died on him down there.
He may have hit the choke on the way down. We've seen that happen. And a bog on 2, but I'm afraid they're going to look at a video review of the start on 2. We were talking about 3 points of contact,
still get
and
1
there was
minute.
a lot of attention over here from all the pros saying we all thought was to me, Dave.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, sure. I was a little guilty too of some pranks on Arden back in the day.
You can see he saws a lot like Jamie, trying
I
to
like
use the
this
power.
too. Beautiful. Again, that flat saw, beautiful. I love it. That's it. It's not that hard. And a thin disc. And that's just confidence. When you can cut with that much power with a thin disc, you're feeding it nice and straight. The power's going into the teeth. It's not going into the side of the plate or pushing against the log. That's awesome. I love that cut. I like that saw. I like everything about stand 2 there in that cut.
Yeah, Zach Pack absolutely bringing it there. But he ran that saw. Give him a big round of applause. Your current leader, we got Massimo.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here's Massimo.
And you can hear that saw, just hear that thing cutting. That is smoking. I love it. I'd like to see the arms just extend a little bit more. Push that handle right to the wood. Push the belly out the far side. But he's putting beautiful. He's in the money here. One more.
Wow.
That was hard.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Big heat of 4 here. Very similar techniques. Chins down, extending the arms. Let's see a little more extension on stand number 3, the man from ESF. Ends up being like Dave's a little too much of an arm chopping. If you can extend the arms and let the legs do the driving for you.
Yeah, he's so rigid right now, but he's so strong.
Massive power on 1.
Yeah, Jory's
Representing
feeling
Paul
it.
Smith.
1 and 1, Kyle.
1 is running away with it. Who was that man down there, Jory? Kyle down there. Kyle smoking it off.
Yeah, Jory's there, right there. Give him a big round of applause. There's some redemption after the 1 board. Kraus coming off in 2nd. We got Luke Myers still hammering away. There it is for Gabe Brandt.
I know you've been.
All right, we'll stick with Luke Myers from SUNY ESF there on position 2.
Yeah. You just kind of come off.
Like
when you come
he's
off,
got the
you're
top
like,
done.
One, and you have to do
Drove
it
the
enough
top,
to have
Yeah.
went for the
trained in
chip,
you
and
that,
just
oh,
left the
this is
top,
my
left the
normal
top
after
alone. I
this.
like that. He chipped,
I understand
got the
volume.
middle and the
Like,
bottom out.
he's
Now he's
far
gone
enough
back
away
to
from the kid, like,
get that
forward.
top chipped out, breaking his wrists. Nice technique. Axe is again sticking a little bit. And this is, well, again, we have 1 chop left. You have the opportunity to get in the axe box, get a different axe out. If it feels this is penetrating but sticking, and that just zaps the energy out of you, Dave.
Yeah, and I saw on his athlete bio, his favorite athlete is Andy Schreiner. Big history guy there. And there's the whistle.
Littlefield and Minor, 1 point separating our
Stand
top
to your
10 leaders.
timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
A Littlefield on 1, that's our leader overall. Look at the speed exploding off the top of the lung. But the long saw is going to win today. I like it on stand number 2 though, Dave.
Yeah, look at Probst on 3. Probst getting into the small one too. Minor will take it.
Wow, Minor. Said this is totally legal, throwing some lubrication. Get the lubrication in the gullets to help the
Stand
weight
to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here we go. Deckenberger, Aherns, St. Hilaire hammering away. Even race right now between 2 and 3. St. Hilaire starting to find it though. You see his feet are just slipping all over the place
Yeah,
though.
his footing is totally compromised. And that's the tough thing about the asphalt here. We got to stand 2.
Stand
Take
2
that
there.
heat.
Aiden Aherns taking the heat. St. Hilaire come off in 2nd. Deckenberger still hammering away. A lot of arm sawing for him.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Whoa, Pack, time in the go. Right there with it. The judge has the look on his face like, oh boy, we'll be looking at that one.
Beautiful accuracy though, down on 1 and the man in the green. Beautiful. Oh, slight slip. Timber Sports on ice down there, but I like he's wearing the flat Converse. I love it. Look how the feet are just locked in. Very little foot movement anchored to the ground. A great cut going on stand 1.
Yeah, Pack and Ballard hit for hit right now. Pack will take the heat. Ballard had a good cut going there and just wasn't around the log quite far enough. Had a lot of firewood to drive out of the way. We'll stick with Jacob here on position 2. Going for the unconventional up driver, then to switch.
Well, but back in the day, it was
We're rolling, yeah.
just me and Arden. We'd always be in the same heat together, but he came out of West Virginia. I came out of Finger Lakes.
All right, here we go.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Aiden Aherns on 1, Kyle Jory on 2, Gabe Brandt on 3.
This is an awesome cut on 3. I would stay in there. Hopefully a couple more down hits. Bore it in.
Oh, he's gonna
Little
go.
pitch to the near side. There he goes.
Right on time.
Yep. Hitting his lines. Got that back foot marked out. And if he could just prevent himself from driving too early, I think he can come at it now, Dave.
There it is. Beautiful cut for Gabriel Brandt.
Not a hang anywhere. Constant motion. Drove it in 3 near, middle, far, textbook.
Guys behind me say textbook. Exactly, that's the word. Textbook chop right there.
Yeah, Aiden!
All right, we got Aiden Ahern hammering away down there. On position 1, Jory on 2. Jory saying this was his least favorite event in the athlete bio, but he's cutting really well there, Dave. On position 2, coming off second in this heat.
Yep. Great cut on 2.
Minor. On position 2, Tom Littlefield. And on position 3, Owen Probst.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, all these guys getting log at the same time. Owen with a bit of a stick there. On position 3.
Yeah, Tom Littlefield with a stick. That's going to open up the door for Minor. Littlefield around first. I don't think he's done the work, Dave, that Minor did on stand number 1. I'm not sure if they're even going to catch Brandt, though.
No, absolutely not. Look at these times, though. Minor, though! Holy cow!
Look at the accuracy on 3, though. I know he's not going to win this event. That is a smoking beautiful cut on 3. Ear, eye, leg protection. 3 points of contact when starting the song, whether it's on the ground or between them. I like it.
Hands on the wood.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Look at Blue!
Those fans.
Dave, just don't move that
Hands on the wood.
Stand to your timber.
I don't think it's on.
3, 2, 1, go!
All right, we feel this will be able to get this song started down there. We'll take a look at what was going on with that. Well, we got Rianne Markovich down here on position 1. Whoa, couldn't get off and kind of bumped her song on her over a little bit.
Yeah, pulled it down a little bit at the bottom of the first cut. Little hover on the exchange. Just watch her down on 1. Mercer O'Rourke on 1. Getting this.
Looks like we're set, ready to go.
15 seconds. Warm them up.
It's like 13-6 is still leading for Nita Schumacher.
Carnival on 16.94. I said Mercer O'Rourke on 16.94. Carnival with 14.71.
Hands on the wood.
Nita's still in the lead with a 13.6.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Position 1. What a cut for Leah Lloyd!
Yeah, Leah.
15 seconds. Warm them up.
There we go. Mercer O'Rourke on 1. Emma Cargill on 2.
Hands on the wood.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
What a cut though!
Awfully thick on that set.
Hands on the wood.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here we go. Morgan getting right into the log there.
And you hear that saw was wide open, that throttle was wide open on the way up. I love it.
Got a little heavy on the upcut, but beautiful cut.
Happened to give me a big wad of cash, did he?
Stand to your timber.
That's my knowledge.
3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here we go. Both these ladies getting into these logs. Like the technique down
Love
there.
it. Love it, Dave. That's all you. You beat me to it. Love the technique.
Jumping out.
Yeah, the only thing maybe just get the hands out a little bit more and draw that axe in. But man, in and out, very efficient.
Good.
Both these ladies on the front side of these logs. I think we're going to see the time to beat dropped here.
Yeah, mirror image. I like the flat shoes. Got the flat soles on both these athletes, making full
with it.
foot contact there. You can hear the pop of the axe.
All the way up.
It's a great release. Again, as we talk about
Yep.
breaking the wrist, let the axe travel. Sometimes if you death grip it, if you're too tight, you're impeding the penetration of the axe. Beautiful log here too.
Look at Rianne going for the drivers down there on one. About to finish it off. Nice and clean on time. Give her a big round of applause.
Yeah, virtually our new leader there. We'll check those footholds. Make sure no jump gun. Make sure they didn't cut through those flat spots with those footholds. Technically less wood to cut.
Nip it out.
Keeping Andy Schreiner's job easy today as much as possible.
Stay with it.
But you're right, Dave. Needs to just extend those arms.
Yeah, these logs, you can definitely tell these logs are a little bit bigger than some of these ladies. Used to cutting, it shows.
Come on.
Starting to run out of gas a little bit here, but she's got to get a time in. There is a 2-minute time limit on these chops.
Reach.
Right there.
Break it.
And there it is. Give her a big...
Hands on the wood.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Nice and quick into the log with Savoy there. Allie was right behind her just a little bit.
Neck and neck, Dave. Dead even. They were both in the wood simultaneously. It could be no.
So cute.
All right, here we go. First heat of the women's underhand.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, our ladies getting to the front side of these logs. Dave, tell me how important it is here to do the work on the front of this log.
Well, you know, this is exactly the same size log, same species, white pine, that they cut in the professional ranks. And it's not just cutting halfway through. It's the science of getting the top one out. I think a lot of the what I'd like to see is a lot of the athletes get the top wood out. Get the top wood out. Let the axe be presented into the lower wood that's facing at you. You try to take the low chip out. It's a big chip, and again, that axe is coming down at an angle where you want to slice through it. You just can't do that if you're heading into a flat face. Get the top out. Usually 2 rounds ought to have it there. Then you can get a good look at the middle and the bottom. Cut your way from the top down.
Nita Schumacher making the turn first down there on position 1 for Paul Smith's College. We see the 2 ladies from ESF still hammering away at the front.
See, Nita's got that. She's got the top out, but now she's got to reach down to the bottom. I'd leave the top alone at this point, down on the green on stand number 1. She's got those points, the middle point, the lower point facing at her. Throw the arc of the axe straight in there, top broken, middle, hang it down. Did she do the work in the front, Dave, as you just mentioned?
Yeah, now she's driving. You hear that axe is kind of hitting into dead wood a little bit there for her. Taking a few extra hits to get this thing to come off. Looks like one more. Oh, man, there's some stubborn wood there in the bottom. There it is.
And you can see it from here, Dave, those fibers. And a lot of times it's reaching down, driving, hitting the low wood, letting your wrist break. What does that do? Lets the nose of the axe come around, slicing those bottom fibers. The great late David Bolston taught me that over and over again. That just helps you sever those fibers, makes the job easier on the backside.
There is the time limit for this.
Emma Cargill, you can have your single buck handles on. That'll be the next event. 2 each remaining in the underhand.
There's the whistle. Here we go.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, Morgan Cheney timing that go perfectly
Come
there.
on, Morgan.
On position 3.
That's so important when chasing again. 51.8 time to beat. Got some hard hitters here. This will come down to accuracy, Dave. It's amazing you get one miss hit, Dave. How it requires 2 to regain what you just lost.
Yeah, I've seen it take even more than that sometimes. Like, you really step in a cut, it can take you the entire block to recover and have 5, 6, 7 extra hits at the end, especially if you step in that bottom, that super hard wood to reach down and cut in this event.
It's easier to open these logs with slope than roll it in. If you open flat, you can't recreate that slope. It's dangerous. You're going to scoop. So the opening blows, they would say the opening blow should be as hard as you can, as fast as you can. After it's open, as fast as you can, as hard as you can.
Man, there's a lot of redwood in there for Morgan there on position 3.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I had it prior day. We were talking about these logs and just said I didn't like the look of that. But look how beautifully accurate she is.
Yeah, she's cutting extremely well, keeping the axe way out in front of her, using her hips to get that power behind the head of the axe and drive it through the log.
She's got a good shot of winning this heat. She's got a big wall of wood letting the axe penetrate, and it's moving, Dave.
Yeah, cutting it technically. I love it. There it is for Morgan. Give her a big round of applause. We'll stick with Hannah Turner and Emma Cargill.
You can hear it moving on 2.
Yeah, Emma's right there. One more big hit in the bottom. There it is.
Yep.
And then into the pond. And she snuck it in.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Dave, they're chasing 51.8. Rianne Markovic.
In and out, Allie. Pick it up. Good, Allie. Pick it up.
Hit for hit right now. This is going to be a dogfight in this one. Anybody's race.
Tough to call, Dave. Tough to call. Dogfight.
Come on, Allie,
Percher
get
on
after
first.
it.
She's got to get that chip out, that big chip. This is where I'd like to see her reach higher, Dave. That's what's holding that chip. Too big of a chip to lift. She has to get that axe up. There it is. That top wood's going now. Allie Perch in great position to win this event. Allie Perch is in perfect condition with the slope, with the power. The top's broke, Dave. Did she get the bottom done again in the front? She's got to reach.
Yeah, the rest of the field starting to reel her in, but there it is. Allie Perch will take this heat of the underhand chop. Leah Lloyd finding another gear, just hammering down there. Cross-country runner, no question, she's got the ability to just go full bore in this event. Look at the speed on that, Dave.
I'm exhausted watching it. That is awesome speed, not just complete fitness. Just I like to see her get those hands together. She's kind of holding the axe head back a little with that top pan a bit high, but
it's almost like a Nate Hodges technique. Did you see that?
Back in the day, Dave, the technique was to go super steep, stand close to the log, all upper body, and that has changed over the years. The saw is flatter, the athlete spreads out more, utilizing the wood and the pull stroke now with just a little flatter. So I love the technique. I like the starter cuts out here. I like you don't want the nose of the saw up, just slightly down, let that belly come through and cut on that first pull.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here we go. Miss Marissa O'Rourke on 1, Bronte Stahl on 2, Emma Cargill on 3. Getting into this event, the single buck.
And they are a lot of saw, especially at the end of that push stroke, Dave. You've got that big saw. You got a little wind here that can act like a flag out there. You want to extend your arms, snap, get that saw back as fast as possible before there's time to whip in the wind.
Yeah, these ladies definitely earning it out here right now.
Stand number 3, huge lead.
Yeah, Emma's got a good putt going here. Just got to keep it moving.
Yeah, keep that nose from dipping down, especially in the small wood right there. I was going to say they can hang right there.
There we go. Emma Cargill.
Great cut for Emma.
Cobleskill represent. Followed by ESF. We'll stick with Marissa down there on position 1.
Do we have that?
I love the technique on number 2 with Bronte Blue there. Using the whole saw, she could get her speed up. She's going to be tough to beat.
Upset, especially in the men's division and in the pros yesterday. We've been watching 2 athletes, and here come Ryan Bort.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here we go. Oh, big hang there for Allie off the top. Saroy now hanging as well.
A good cut going on 3. Allie puts plenty of time. Again, 25-7 the time to beat. Allie in the big wood now. It's going to be 2 and 3. It's just a very close race side advantage to 3. Taylor Saroy going down to the small wood.
Yeah, Allie started feeling it there, but hung again, costing her a little time. There it is for Saroy. It will take the heat.
Great cut. Perch just lost what we've been talking about in that small, vulnerable wood on the top. It's a big, heavy plate. These 2 plates, I think they're a little heavy, a little too heavy nowadays. That they're being 12-gauge saws, a little heavy, but they can bite you on the top of the logs. A lot of weight being supported,
Kyle, don't move.
especially in these 16-inch logs with only an 8-inch starter cut.
Yeah, an angle change right now we're seeing really affecting Hannah Turner down there on position 1. Got to maintain the same level with that saw as you push and pull it through. Keep
It's like
those
those horrible
teeth
sound.
on a level plane. There it is. The yurch. Here we go.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here we go. Oh, big trouble there on the top there for Morgan. Hanging up right off the start. But look at Leah hammering away there on position 2.
Crushing it. I love it. Again, the extension of the arms, using the legs, full legs, driving the back leg on the push start, the front leg, pulling, pushing the saw back on the pull. Awesome technique on 2.
And the saw is really liking the wood down here on position 3. Almost too aggressive right now. Holding her up a little bit. Leah Lloyd will take the heat.
She's like, what's the big deal? That's it. That's single buck. Not that hard. Great cut.
Gave the look there. What's high score mean? Did I break it? That was a good one for Leah Lloyd there.
By 34. 4:34 the time to beat. I believe that just fell, Dave. Great cut on 2.
We'll stick with Morgan Cheney down there on position 1 there.
45.296.
I'm finding out today that Jamie Coger doesn't like you and the Australians don't like you. I'm starting to think this is a you problem, Dave.
There's a common denominator here.
I was around back in the day.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here we go. Nice, strong start there for Rianne, but now getting a little wild with that saw. Settling in a little bit.
I like what we're seeing on stand 2 there to the left. Watch the extension of the arm. Full extension, forcing the front leg to push the saw back, to pull the saw back using the front leg. But if there's give in the arm, there's going to be some flexibility, and there's a little give there. Arms fully extended. Great technique.
Yeah, Alyssa Smith getting ready to finish this thing up. Looking like Wynyard over there with that sawing technique. Beautiful cut for Alyssa. We'll stick with Rianne here on position 2, finishing things up.
Yeah, it's great for Alyssa. She had a tough go in the stock saw, so a great recovery there.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here we go. Schumacher, Cheney, hammering away.
Tough block on 2 there.
Come on, Morgan.
And just hangs that. There it is. Get that big chip out. Get those points. The center of the axe in and let it draw. And there's that popping sound you like to hear, Dave.
Absolutely. Look at Nita attacking that log down there on position 1. Getting to the meat of that log already. Opening up a little bit more. Dangerous to do in this event, opening it up a little bit more.
Then reestablishing a steeper scarf, Dave. The axe can glance. And as soon as it glances, you cannot stop the momentum. But that's why we have the protective peril around.
All right, Nita goes to the back side of her log. Cheney working her way to the middle there. Look at Nita.
Yeah, Nita, keep it up.
Putting on a clinic down there on position 1 right
I
now.
love it. Extending the arms, letting the head, let the momentum of the head come around, driving off the back foot, squaring the hips up, Dave. You're right. Perfect.
Morgan now heading to
Come
the
on,
back side of
Morgan.
her log. Getting her feet set. And now attacking into that log. Nita's got to be getting close here, Dave.
Yeah, Nita's she's got to be laying down. The time to beat here, it's broken. I see daylight on the near side. It's moving.
There it is.
Awesome.
Excellent cut.
Great cut.
The judge looking at his stopwatch over here.
Come on, Morgan, you got it.
And there's the time limit.
Yep.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here we go. Ladies getting into these standing blocks. Emma getting this log opened up beautifully down here on position 3.
Yeah, beautiful technique on 3.
Come on,
Opening
ladies,
up,
you
hit
got
the
it.
lines, A little miss hit there.
Are you part of running
Want
this?
us to follow those hits in.
So I'm a coach for
Otherwise, you're double cutting the wood.
Nordic ski team that are in town. We just finished up before
The rest of these ladies, looks like Alyssa is having a problem getting those hits lined up. Getting those chips out.
Come
There
on,
we go. There's some
ladies.
chips flopping out of that log.
Yeah, I can write it down.
Emma's getting close to the center of that log down here.
Just one more heat.
Emma was a softball player before getting into lumberjack sports. You can tell that axe comes right off her hip, and she's using those wrists to create the angle on it. It's something I really struggled with this event, Dave, was getting the right angles on that axe, because I was a lacrosse player for 13 years before I got in. So I was just all over the place with my wrist trying to guide them into these logs.
Yeah, everybody's
Come on,
different.
ladies.
All over the world, you'll see a final heat of the best in the world, and they all stand a little different. Some bend down, they get way underneath the axe, and some stand up in the axe, and they're actually pulling the axe up. But the common denominator is the axe presentation. They all present it the same way, although
Is that her hand?
not a good,
Yeah.
not a good one.
She checked her hand real quick. She tried to brush a chip. She said, "Oh, yep, not bleeding. We're good. We're good." That is always so
Note
dangerous.
to
You
self.
never
Yeah.
touch your axe head in the middle of a race.
Yes.
And there is the 2-minute mark.
Technically chopping under your feet.
Okay.
Some of the athletes have the chainmail apparel underneath their pants, which is a rule.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, here we go.
Big standing block. Big log, Dave, and a round log. The world record got smoked last year by a West Coast girl. I believe it's around 25 seconds. Lauren
Bergman. Yeah, Lauren Bergman crushed the world record last year in Milwaukee. That crowd went absolutely ballistic when she did it, too. She was jacked up.
She was jacked up.
Tell you what, she's going to have something to worry about, though. Look at Rianne. Great technique, hammering over here on position 2. She's going to be a weapon.
Yeah. I like it. Totally focused.
See what I mean?
Open. Hit her lines dead
I've
on.
seen what you
And a nice swing, nice release of the axe. Again, they want to kind of cut a little.
Well, she's
I'd like to
putting
see them
enough
come a
behind
little
her.
closer to them. Shorten the chip, get that near chip out.
All right, Rianne onto the
This
backside.
this is the most difficult chopping event, Dave.
It is, absolutely. It's not the one that most people start with at university and in college. It's one
Yeah,
that you
ladies, keep
usually,
it up!
after year 3, year 4, you start to work into. Marissa O'Rourke down there getting close to that halfway point on the front side of her log. Here goes Rianne, getting ready to go for those drivers there on position 2.
Yeah, Rianne did plenty of work in the front. I'm not seeing much wood left on that far side in the front. Which was that front near hit. She really sucked it up in there.
I don't think any of them will finish. Maybe this middle
Again,
stand here.
allowing that nose of the axe to travel, and it's when you reach hit that far wood, it's never as far as you think it is, Dave.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm watching Blues Block over here right now. She's pinched herself off early. It might be almost worth throwing the drivers in, going to the back, opening it up a little bit bigger in the back to go around. Because right now she's just not getting into that log at all. Oh, tough break for all these ladies.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Now, final hit of the day, final event of the day. Perch all the way to the left. Taylor Saroy in the middle, all the way to the right. Leah Lloyd, our leader overall in the middle. Taylor Saroy followed 1 point back by Allie Perch on 1.
Oh, I'm loving the pace down there by Allie Perch. But look at Leah Lloyd throwing the drivers in down here on 3. Saroy and Lloyd around.
Fearless. Allie Perch stayed in the front. Don't count out Perch. She's got a massive front end. Can she get that chip out? Taylor Saroy, though, is on a mission, Dave.
Absolutely. She's got great angles, great techniques. Going for the drivers. There it is. Taylor Saroy, everyone. What a cut for Taylor Saroy. Leah Lloyd's got the near wood broke. Working her way across the log down here on 3 now. Perch getting ready to go for the drives on position 1. Still a lot of points available in this one. There it is for Leah Lloyd.
And Leah, she reminds me of the ferocity of our world record.
Stick with it, Allie, you got it!
She just has to dial in that swing a little bit. But I've got a feeling we're going to be seeing her on the stage in Milwaukee in a couple years.
Allie's got the near wood broke, working her way across. And there it is for Allie Perch. Give all of our athletes